So we're waiting for the Likaan van, and we're on our way after we're picked up here to pick up Tim and G Tonji, who are gonna be with us in Baguio to witness the reproductive health law being decided. I mean, the constitutionality of the law being decided on by the Supreme Court. So for some reason, they decided that it would be better to decide on the issue in Baguio, maybe because it's a hot issue, a controversial issue. Whether it wins or loses, it's gonna be interesting, and it's going to be very important for the fate of women and families in the Philippines. So join us as we go through this trip. It's gonna be fun. We'll try to make it fun. So we just arrived here. I'm with G Tonji. She's gonna be with us. Like, how was the trip?
I've forgotten how zigzaggy it gets to get here, but hey, we made it. For a time, I thought we weren't going to make it. We were going around in circles,
but
literally. But we made it,
yeah.
And we wouldn't miss it for the world.
We hope it's a nice metaphor for the RH law as a whole. Despite all of the zigs and zags, if we just get there at the end, it's gonna be all worth it. So the team is here preparing for the mobilization. There are the props over there. It's 4 a.m. and they're already up, and they haven't slept a lot. But that's what it takes, and that's what we're gonna do. They're still talking. They'll deliberate till tomorrow. Lunchtime there will be an announcement on tomorrow on whether they've already reached a decision or whether they're because they're gonna be here for a month, it turns out. So there's a possibility, a very remote possibility, that it won't be decided on by tomorrow, but we heard that it'll be only a few days. I mean, we won't be waiting months or years. It turns out that every year they're here for a month, right? For a month.
I'm so
it's
excited.
a regular thing.
Guys, I'm so excited. Kidlat Tahimik is here, the
Kidlat
filmmaker.
here.
He's there.
With things. Okay.
When I was in school, my favorite class is film for social change.
Oh yeah.
And the last film that was presented in class was his Perfumed Nightmare.
Does this fly?
Eventually it will, tomorrow.
Tomorrow when
after
we
the
win,
announcement of the victory.
it will be an actual angel, the first ever in history.
Meron tayong 26 na oras para malaman kung ano magiging desisyon ng ating mga mahistrado. 26 hours to go. At bawat oras po, bibilangin natin magmula ngayon hanggang bukas.
Sa araw na ito, gusto kong simulan yung ating candlelighting sa tatlong mahalagang numero. Unang numero, 600. 600 batang babae, teenagers ang nabubuntis araw-araw. 600 dahilan para bumoto ang mga minamahal nating justices sa Supreme Court para sa RH Law. Pangalawang numero, napakahalaga, 77. 77% ng mga Pilipino ngayon ang nagsasabi na dapat i-uphold ang RH Law, kailangan ng ating bansa ang RH Law. Isang overwhelming majority. Uphold! Uphold! Uphold the RH Law! Uphold!
Ngayong gabi naman, nagsisindi tayo ng kandila. At nung tinaas natin ang ating mga kandila sa langit kanina, naalala ko yung eksena sa isa sa mga paboritong animated film ng aking mga anak, yung Tango. Kung kailan pinalipad nila ang kanilang mga lanterns sa langit. At may awit doon na, "On that last, I see the light." Ito siguro ang sinisigaw ng ating mga diwa ngayong gabi sa pagsindi ng kandila. I-affirm natin na sa wakas, nakikita na natin ang liwanag. Pagkatapos na matagal na laban para sa marriage law, pagkatapos na makumbinse natin ang presidente na i-certify ito as urgent, pagkatapos matulak natin ang Kongreso na ipasa ito, tayo ngayong gabi ay nagsisindi ng kandila upang ang atin namang mga hukom ay kilalanin at idagdag ang kanilang desisyon sa tagumpay ng mamamayan bukas.
Dapat kami rin isang ambassador of ano natin.
Pro RH ba kayo?
Sundan mo talaga ako doon, ha?
Nagpa-inject. Nagpapa-inject kayo. So ilan yung anak niyo? Isa pa lang. Natutulog siya. Like the shot, she's so cute. Like ang plano nyo, isang anak lang muna. Tapos gumagana naman yung injectable. Sa health center. 50 pesos for the
Every 3 months.
every 3 months. So, sabi na, paano kayo natuto ng
Look what they made! Kay Papa.
sa magulang nyo lang? Galing.
Sabi po pills, pero mahirap na yung pagkakalimutan.
Yeah, mas konti lang. Once every 3 months. Galing.
Tsaka mukha kasi.
Alam niyo ba yung nangyayari ngayon sa RH law?
Isa pa yung
Si Kuya na ba?
Nasa Supreme Court kasi ngayon, nagde-decision sila. So bukas malalaman.
Ay, kung...
Yeah, 12 o'clock. Malalaman natin. Ha? Yung Supreme Court.
sa Supreme Court.
Diyan sa
Trinidad.
Diyan sa Supreme Court. Nagde-decision sila. So malalaman natin 12 kung papasa. Ay, kung constitutional siya. So, yun. Tuloy nyo lang yung yung family planning, maganda yan.
Mahirap po talaga pag marami.
Mahirap talaga pag marami, no? Yeah, maganda na yung nakaplano lang. We're near the Supreme Court, over there. The advocates are over there. Like there are, 50 or so on both sides. There's a meeting going on inside, which I'm going back to in a minute. I just want to say that we're very optimistic, and the fact that what we're talking about now is those 3 provisions that might be struck down and called unconstitutional. The fact that we're talking about that and not whether the entirety of the law is unconstitutional, that's a huge victory for us. And it's a matter of an hour and a half now before we find out. I mean, the fact that it's taken us almost 20 years to get to this point is huge, and to be part of this struggle for 5 years or so is an honor and a pleasure for us. I mean, it's not gonna end here. The decision won't be final in the sense that the anti-RH, the anti-choice side will try to still fight tooth and nail for every inch that they can get away from the whole reproductive health package that us advocates want to deliver. So yeah, it's just a wait and see kind of thing. This is the final briefing that the speakers and the RH leaders are gonna have before we learn of the decision. And we all agree that it's former Health Secretary Esperanza Cabral who's gonna break the news to all the pro-RH advocates, win or lose. But it's a good thing that you're very optimistic that it's gonna be a win.
Hey, you're here too! Masanay ako na nakaplay. Nice costumes!
Morning, guys.
Upo ako para magkapantay ang height.
Peace.
It's not hard to be taller than me naman. Thanks guys. Peace. Yes. And whatever the outcome may be, peace and love. God bless.
God bless. I asked them whether they wanted to be on this sort of documentary that we're working on, and they didn't agree. They said that we've made them famous enough or infamous enough. Dito David was just saying that we were gonna lose, and more provisions, like 7 or 8 provisions that we found very crucial, would be struck down. Father Melvin Castro was there. He was trying to, to present a smiling face, but I could see the twitch in his eye that said, there's something, or maybe his eyes are just twitchy, I don't know. But Eric Malalang, like when I finally noticed that he was also there, I asked him if he wanted to give an interview, and he said he doesn't trust video recording because they tend to be edited according to him, and he said something that happened in Manila Hotel. I think he means Manila Cathedral, and we could show it here on this spot what happened in the Manila Cathedral, that when he wanted to exorcise demons out of the RH advocates, and and when things were getting a bit heated, I was just maintaining my calm, like in the middle of all that, like, and all of them were trash talking in a sense. And Father Melvin Castro, the most political of all of them, like he noticed that it's not good for them to be that riled up. So he said, enough of this. I'm gonna escort you to the middle before a debate happens. And yeah, it ended with no incident. But what I take away from that is that they really are not the kind of people to want to have a debate out in the open. Like, they want to do it in the background. They'd rather they indoctrinate their flock rather than they be exposed to the kind of discourse that our side is more used to. And whether the 7 or 8 provisions are struck down, as Lito David says, it's still a victory for us if the law becomes declared constitutional. So, and 40 minutes to go before that happens. I hope it happens in 40 minutes, because according to Percy, like, there hasn't been like a press briefing from the Supreme Court that there will be a press conference like at noon. So we're still waiting for that. Okay. So we're, I think, less than 30 minutes away.
Yes!
How do you feel?
I can't breathe. I'm prepared to be so happy. On the off chance na yung mga bagay na hindi natin inaasahan mangyari. So sad down to my feet. But more prepared to celebrate, talaga.
Yeah, the emotion.
Sobra. Yeah.
And are you optimistic?
I'm more than optimistic. I'm hopeful. Parang history cannot have guided us wrong every step of the way till today. So sana the SC will step with us.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, we are less than 30 minutes away from the possible decision, from learning about that. How do you feel?
Excited, optimistic. I think that the Supreme Court is going to make itself proud by upholding the RH law.
Great. So, being in this struggle for a very long time, like you've been in this for more than a decade, and do you think that we've almost won, or is it going to be a continuing struggle?
I think that we are going to win with the Supreme Court, that they will uphold the RH law. But it doesn't mean to say that the struggle is going to stop there. As the church said, they are going to continue fighting the RH law, even if it is upheld by the Supreme Court. So we are going to have to muster our forces just the same.
Okay, thank you so much. So, less than 30 minutes to go before we possibly hear about the decision. How do you feel?
Mixed emotions. I'm hopeful, I'm excited, at the same time very, very anxious. Sleepless nights since the time we went.
Sleepless. I believe you.
Yeah,
I believe you. You might have, but you had your eyes closed at least.
at least.
At least your eyes closed.
At least for an hour.
Yeah. And, I expected that. You'd expect it would be noisy, like during this lull, but everyone's just quiet in anticipation, right?
Yes. Quiet in anticipation, out of respect for the Supreme Court justices, to deliberate judiciously on the RH. We give them the time and the space, opportunity to really think about it and decide. Need the voice of the people, says Mario, said 77% of Filipinos believing that it is constitutional and it must be upheld. It must be upheld. So then this is it.
So we're quiet so that they hear us, and they can peg it on us. Like they were noisy, so we voted anti-RA. Like it's on you. What you decide, it's on you.
It's on
at this
them.
point. And
The lives and the future and the health of the next generations of Filipinos are in their hands. On their hands.
thank you so much.
Mga kasama, ilang sandali lamang po, inaasahan na natin na babasahin na ang desisyon ng Korte Suprema tungkol sa yes to RH law. Sige po, alam ko po hindi natin mapigil yung ating damdamin at mamaya gusto natin na tahimik tayo habang binabasa ng tagapagsalita ng Korte Suprema yung naging desisyon. Kaya po para lang mailabas yung damdamin na nasa loob natin, sige po tayo po ay pwedeng umiyaw, pumalakpak ng 30 segundo. Sige po, 1, 30 seconds is up. Tahimik na po tayo muli at tahimik tayo makikinig sa pagbasa ng desisyon sa yes to RH law.
Oh my God! We waited for 15 years. What?
Wait for 15 minutes.
15 seconds, maybe?
16.
Good afternoon. I asked you just Okay, I have 3 items. First item, GR number 211567. No gun. Peaceful, responsible owners of guns versus the Philippine National Police respondent. Petitioner in its third item. GR number 204819. James N. Ibong and Lovely Ann C. Ibong and R. Petitioners versus Honorable Tito and Antoa Jr. and R. GR number 204-934. Alliance for the Families and the Philippines Incorporated and R. Petitioners versus Honorable Tito and Antoa. The court, after a scrutiny of the various arguments and contentions of the parties in the foregoing and some legal cases, consisting of 14 petitions challenging the constitutionality, and 2, interventions to uphold the constitutionality of the Republic Act number 10354, or the RH law. Hence, that the RH law is not unconstitutional.
Pinapakilala ko po sa inyo ang ginagalang at minamahal nating convener ng Purple Ribbon for Yes to RH Movement, Secretary SP Cabral.
Isang matagumpay na hapon sa inyong lahat. Sa makasaysayang araw na ito, kami ay nagpapasalamat sa Korte Suprema sa kanilang desisyon bigyang pagkakataon ang RH law. Ang araw na ito ay lalo pang naging makabuluhan dahil binigyan ng ating Korte Suprema ng kahulugan ang napakahabang panahon ng pakikibaka ng iba't ibang sektor ng lipunan kasama ang ilang sangay ng pamahalaan. Ito ay paggalang sa kahilingan ng higit na nakararami. Ang tagumpay ng RH law ay tagumpay ng kababaihan, mga kabataan at ng mga pamilya, ng kinabukasan ng mga Pilipino at tunay na pag-iral ng demokrasya. Mula ngayon, makakaasa tayong lahat na ang pamahalaan ay magiging katuwang ng bawat Pilipino sa pagsulong ng karapatan, kalusugan at malayang pagpapasya. Ang araw na ito ay isang magandang simula tungo sa mas magandang kinabukasan. Mabuhay ang RH law!
Mabuhay!
Mabuhay ang sambayan ng Pilipino!
Mabuhay! RH law!
RH law! RH law! RH law! RH law! RH law! RH law!
Nagkipit na. 5 minutes ago. Ayun na, nagkipit na. Wrong. Yes, sir. Happy to see you here. Kailan? Ikaw lang. Si sir. Thank you. Thank you po. Thank you po.
Yes na yes sa RH law! Yes na yes sa RH law! RH law! RH law! RH law! RH law! RH law! Manalo! Manalo! Ang RH law! Manalo! Manalo! Ang RH law! Manalo! Manalo! Ang RH law!
It's like a real lake.
It is!
A real ass lake.